Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. After the City of Attleboro Inauguration ceremony on January 4th, City Councilor Jay DiLisio was voted in as president of the City Council for the upcoming term. We spoke with him to learn about the council's priorities.
So it was a tremendous honor on Tuesday night to have the backing, support, and confidence of my peers on the council to be the next president of the municipal council. It's something that it's been interesting to watch Frank Cook over the years, Mark Cooper over the years, and I think I have a certain skill set that I've learned in the private sector and now in the public sector that I can bring to the municipal council as president. I've been successful in business, both in the private and public sectors, by my ability to be able to build relationships. And building relationships is all about listening, both actively, but also hearing what's being said and understanding some of the pain points that some of the councilors have, because I had them as a councilor as well. Just being accessible. And one thing that I'm going to be doing, and Vice President Kobus will be with me, is every Wednesday night from 5 to 6:30, I'll be holding office hours at City Hall for the councilors, for department heads who have questions or concerns. So this way here we can ensure that we have open lines of communication. Something that's important to me is making sure that the city councils run for the public, and that's who we serve. We serve the residents of Attleboro. So we want to make sure that when we're going forward in this term, not to say it hasn't been done before, because certainly it has, and I've learned a lot from the gentleman I mentioned earlier, Frank Cook and Mark Cooper, but I want to bring a sense of professionalism, a business-like atmosphere where we can, and of course decorum, and making sure that people feel comfortable coming to talk to the council. It's very intimidating, whether it's a public hearing or if someone's coming down in front of the committee of the whole or even to one of the committees. So we want to make sure that people know we want to hear from them and we want to work with you. So my priorities and goals as a councilor as well as a president is really focusing on the future. Coronavirus has taught us so much. There's so many things that we've learned from coronavirus. How we use IT, the importance IT has, funds that are available from the federal and state government. What can they be used for? How can we use this to plan for the future? We don't know how long coronavirus is going to be with us. We don't know what other variants might come. We don't know. Are there going to be shutdowns? Are there going to be other impacts that are going to impact the residents as well as city government? So I want to make sure that we're planning for the future. And as we have, and we're working through one of the largest surpluses in free cash that we've ever had, what are we taking of that free cash and putting into the stabilization account to truly plan for a rainy day? And it's a balance. And I've had several communications with the mayor, and we've met just last week or the week before talking a little bit about his thoughts, what my thoughts are, and I think there's a lot of area where we're on the same page, which is great. My biggest concern is there's so much we don't know about what's coming in the next 2, 3, 4 years. And we need to be able to plan for that. So when we have a lot of the motions coming down for a new truck here and a new truck there, we also have that unique opportunity to be able to go ahead and pay for things in cash right off the capital improvements plan. That's going to put us in a situation of more flexibility down the road. But we need to look at things, what's nice to have, and what do we really need in order to move the city forward. I think what we're going to see is more information coming in front of the City Council about how the American Rescue Plan Act, the ARPA funds, are used. How are we going to be able to perhaps replace some of the revenue that we lost? How can we supplement some of the buildings that are going to be coming, some of the projects that are going to be coming in front of us? And of course we have the high school that's going to be finished in just a few short months. So really a lot going on across the city. I think that now's really the time to be looking to the future and planning in case we have another spike in COVID. Accessibility to me is really important, and throughout my term on the City Council, I'll come on DoubleACS, WARA, I'll give my personal cell phone number out. It's really important to me that people can get in touch with their local representatives. So my phone number is 508-838-7328. I have my phone on me at all times, and I try to return all calls by the end of the business day. You can also find me on Facebook, Committee to Elect James DiLisio, or just my personal at Jay DiLisio. If you needed to reach your ward councilor or have something brought in front of the City Council, you can call the City Council office at 508-223-2222, extension 3181, and you'll be able to talk to our great administrative assistant, Virginia Stewart-Becker.